to teach you how to shove it. So in case you're in the tile, this is how to shove it. It's different to a pop shove it, as pop shove it in the name is pop the board quite high. I've been skating for quite a long time, and it's quite hard for me to do like a small low shove it like you would learn if you just started. But so you screws the clips of mine, they're quite hard to do now because you kind of naturally just apply a pop. Sorry about the wind around me. So most people learn this either after an ollie or before an ollie. If you can do an ollie and you've just learnt an ollie, then shove it straight after, and then 180 and then kickflip is kind of how it goes. For some people who find ollies really challenging, they go and learn to shove it first. So I'm going to teach you foot position now. So your front foot doesn't really matter where it is, as long as it isn't further than half the board here, say. Okay, so you don't want to be that here because this will make it overspin. Somewhere around here, anywhere will do. Much on the board, as much as you want really. Probably really doesn't do much. Your back foot, you kind of want your toes to be hanging over. If you know what a tray flip is, if you've just learned, then you kind of want your toes to be over a little bit and kind of point up a little bit. You also make it so the board will scoop round. So you want to set up like this. Kind of, it doesn't really matter what your position really is. It's better for one of these tricks. Like say the kickflip position really does matter, but on this it doesn't. So what you want to do, you want to kind of pop down halfway. You don't want to hit the tail down completely. If you see a person do a shove it, you see or hear rather, that you don't actually hear the pop of the tail. So you want to kind of just pop halfway, and you want your front foot to come off the board. Well, kind of don't come off, just come up above the board. And you want your back foot to come stay halfway, scoop it round to here, and you want your front foot to be the first thing that grabs the board. And then your back foot will be pointing down it. It'll be like this. That's all easier said than done, but I'll go a little bit in depth now. What you want to do after you've got your position sorted, you want to practice just spinning the board with just your back foot. So you want to just kind of do this firstly, just kind of sit down or stand up and just do this. It's kind of motion of it. So when you're just starting out skateboarding and you just start an ollie, or maybe you haven't done an ollie yet, it's hard for people to understand kind of the physics of how the board will spin, different tricks and that. It's hard to explain to them, but it's kind of what it is. Imagine it pivots here, it pivots around that point, back down. So you want to just kind of do this, and then you want to kind of transition it to standing up. And you kind of want to just kind of spin it. So you want to kind of just stand up, maybe like this first, and just kind of do it standing up as well. What you can do is kind of pops it a bit. It does give you the, it's good for you doing like a pop shove it. If you want to kind of learn the spinner build up, just kind of do this kind of thing. That might seem a bit advanced, but this all helps. And so what you want to do then is kind of just practice trying to spinning it without kind of landing. So you want to kind of just kind of that. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to keep on doing that until that motion becomes really natural, and like you can do it without even thinking. So once you've been doing these for a while, they'll come like second nature. You won't even really have to think about it. So like if you're doing like a trick fakie, or you want to, I don't know, you're doing switch, you need to just spin the board around, you board the way around, you just want to do a quick shove without thinking about it. This is what you see, especially Mike Mo, you watch Battle of the Barracks, or you see him do a trick, he always does a shove it up with his trick. That's what you kind of need it for. You don't really need it for anything else. Pop shove it is kind of a bit more complicated, it's a bit harder, but that looks better. So once you've kind of mastered the pop and this, you want to kind of work on catching it. And when you see people doing them, they either have like the really ugly way, which is the safest way, is when you do it, you spin it, the back foot is unusually high, it's like way up here, and you catch it extremely early, and you're like this for a good, I don't know, quarter or half a second, and you can see it when people are doing it. It's like this. I'm not exaggerating, that's what some people do. It's a great way to learn. I do it now, just kind of, it's easy so you can kind of really catch the board and make it spin properly. So yeah, that's kind of how you do it. You just want to kind of, don't want to do it moving. Moving is actually quite difficult for people. It's kind of difficult now, to be honest. So you want to kind of learn it on grass, or like stones, or even stationary. Just be warning, when you're on concrete like this, it can slide around, especially if it doesn't spin the whole way. If it spins like this, going down on it, it will kick out and then you'll fall over. So just lay it on grass first, you can do it every time, and then you can do 10 of them on grass. Go to concrete, do it stationary, and then try it moving. Moving's a bit more different. You just kind of want to pop it a little bit more and make sure you catch that front foot and make sure that it's spun properly. And then you want to put your back foot on. Otherwise, you can do like a safe option. Put your back foot down and you can start again. So yeah, we'll go over the problems now. Common problems. There isn't many to this. I'm trying to make this video shorter but in detail. So yeah, let's get into the problems now. Right, so the problems. The first one I can think of is what I've seen most people do, and I've taught quite a few people, my friends, who've like learnt an ollie, and you know they want to do a shove it. And the thing they always do is that they can't like get the idea of spinning it. They just kind of jump off the board. They don't understand how it works. The only thing I can say is to just practice spinning it 1 foot around, spinning it and jumping off, and then just kind of spin. And you want to kind of just jump to the board. That's kind of the only thing. Until you get really good at it, when you start catching it, that's when you can start bringing the board to you rather than you go to the board. That's kind of the thing that happens with most tricks. You can't trade flips, varials. You kind of jump to it until you can do it really good. You start to cut the board to you. So yeah, that's it for really spinning problems. It's just kind of have to practice spinning it 1 foot, and then you want to kind of just jump off the grass maybe, and then you want to kind of land it. I know my video is about these in detail, these tutorials. But for a shove it, there really isn't many common problems. The only one I can think of, what I've just done, is that, you know, if you really can't do it, then try and learn an ollie. You know, like the ollies, they say is one of the hardest tricks. And I agree, but I found ollies were a lot easier than trying to learn 180s and shove-its, not shove-its. They're a lot easier. The shove-its are quite hard for people, and some people find it really easy. It's like kickflips, some people get it naturally. Same with kickflips at least. So that's all I can say really. Just try and learn an ollie if you can't do the shove-it, or vice versa. If you can do an ollie and you really can't do a shove-it, then try on 180 and then do front side and back side 180. And then after that, you more ball control better. Then after you can do like ridiculously high catches and things, and just so that I have for the bits here. This is different. If you're looking for a pop shove it, I'll have a video next week, hopefully when this is uploaded, on pop shove its. Yeah, if you want to pop shove it is, you don't know, there should be a video here of me doing one next to me. And yeah, that's what I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and if you have any more problems, like you have like a specific problem, just leave it in the comments. Or tweet me, it's in the description. And any of them, I answer all of them, especially on my kick flips, my tray flip ones. There's lots of comments on there people asking, and I've answered them all that I can. So feel free to leave a comment if you can't do it or you need help. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.